Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of XCom Enemy Within featuring the Long War mod. And we are at the beginning of the month, February 1st, 2017. Well, there you go. And something, now that we're this far along, something I've kind of put off, and I now have funds that cannot justify putting it off any longer, and that is flying a satellite over one of our captured regions here and getting going with this base assault. The reason I'm saying that is we have a roster like we've not had a roster full in a while. We do have a few gravely wounded, but a lot of them are getting down to that 5-day, 1-day, 5-day kind of thing. A lot more of those are going to be coming off the books. So we probably are at a point in the game where I have choices. I've kind of picked out team members I'd like to hold in reserve, ideally for that base assault, and we get to take 10 on that because we have the Super Sky Ranger upgrade. So what I'm going to do on this first turn is just that. We're going to go spend, and we are going to build that one extra satellite that we are going to need. In fact, I am so motivated right now to try out and get going with that base assault. We're going to manufacture this, something I don't know if I've done with anything yet on this playthrough, and that was we're going to build it quickly. Normally costing 140 credits, we're going to build quickly, spend 210 because we have them. 5 meld is not an issue because it's not alloys. The only issue we really have are alloys. So we're gonna go ahead and submit that order for the satellite so we can get it up over Nigeria. I really would like to fight back now. And I don't know if it's you have noticed, but I feel it as I'm playing. The quality of the enemies are just advancing too much. We're just seeing too many strong enemies all of a sudden. So I'm feeling like they may be on a bit of a push and a curve to really match our skills that we kind of worked very hard to get ahead of them with. So I think it's time to put a little chink in their progression by doing a base assault. Probably should have done it a long time ago because I've had the skeleton key sitting around for, I hate to admit, a while. So we're going to go ahead and get that built. And the other thing I noticed that is available for us to build, because we have 88 alloys, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, we are able, if I get in the right category here, we are able to now build our first plasma rifle. Uses up 80 of those hard-earned alloys, but we're going to do it. And of course, we're not going to build it quickly. There we go. We've got it in progress. Another thing we have over here is we do have some things to repair in the repair bay, and I held off doing this last just because I knew we wouldn't have. We're 4 allies short. But oh well. We're going to repair what we can. Let's see. The alloy plating, I think we temporarily have enough. I really want to get that Aurora armor fixed back up. That takes 6 alloys. That takes most of my alloys right there. And we can't fix the Gauss rifle, but I should have enough of those. We'll be able to come back and repair that. So we will get the alloy plating repaired. And we'll just have to remember we have a damaged Gauss rifle out there that we're going to have to, or want to get repaired here when we're able. And that really, other than one more thing, good thing I wrote down my little notes. I'd forget half the stuff I wanted to do. Let's go into the barracks. We have an officer promotion available, and I'm going to get our, I believe, what'll be our first colonel promotion. Remind me if I'm wrong, but I think this will be our first colonel promotion. So let's get in there, and we're going to make it Chelsea Scout Hertz. I actually could do a second one, but I'm going to hold off probably on Ruth down here until she's out of the med bay. Or maybe I'll just do them both now because there's nothing says we can't promote her even being in the med bay. So Chelsea, here's your last promotion. So we can either have the squad receive +2 aim per continent bonus we've earned, and right now we have 2, but after the base assault that'll mean we'll get 3 extra aim, or The squad receives 5 will and 5 defense in battle. Robotic units receive only the defense bonus. I don't mind everybody having extra 5 will, especially late game. I think what we'll do is we'll try the extra aim with Chelsea, because she is probably the first one, or one of the early medics I called my killing medic. So we'll go aim for her, and on Ruth we're going to try the will, just so we have some possibilities if we need that. We're feeling the need for that extra will later on. We have that option also. So Chelsea, Band of Warriors. Congratulations. And Ruth, we're going to come right back down to you. Sitting up in her bed in the med bay. You're going to get esprit de corps and help us with our will. That matters to me more than the little defense it adds in there. Congratulations, Ruth. All right, so I think we've got some of the details out of the way, and we shall now move forward and see if we can find our next mission. Okay, we have completed some repairs, so that means we have our long rifle. We have our first plasma pistol. So we were able to afford our sidearms before our first main rifle. So we're just going to carry on. The Mauler, which will probably equip with our assault that gets up close with that one. And we got another plasma, so we're getting our first rounds of plasma weapons here, guys. Pretty cool. Request from North America. I imagine it's nothing we want, with only 2 pending requests. Which one? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna, sorry, I'm not gonna give up a plasma rifle now. So let's go ahead some more and scan. Just not finding anything. Now we have a Muton captive. We don't really need a new recruit, but I sure wouldn't mind the scientist, and we've already interrogated the Muton. Let me just double check, because I think the only interrogations we have left, you know, sometimes when you play the game over time, you forget certain things that you've done, so it doesn't hurt to double check every now and then. Yeah, it's only this. Thank you, Valen. We only have the sectopod, so yeah, we have done that. So I think it's fine selling the captive. We do get another recruit out of it, and I don't mind the scientists right now, just to speed up some of these last researches we've been working on. So we're going to go ahead and do it. And scan some more. We're up to the 3rd. We're going to have our satellites have even been launched. I have 2 satellites, so I did already have another satellite built. So I guess we'll have another one in reserve once we fly one over South Africa, which is, I think, where we need to fly it. We had one that we just launched over Nigeria. And a request. Heavy floater corpses. I think we can afford to give up having 34 of them to pick up 2 scientists, and we're going to go give that to the UK. And we've completed our ethereal autopsy. I think I'm going to go ahead. Oh, are we missing alloys to be able to do some of these others? So yeah, that kind of sets gives us our choices limited here till we get another mission and get some more alloys. So let's begin our sectoid autopsy.
This heavily armored unit is fully mechanized, so we're still not sure if it has an organic component within.
Okay, and I do believe I said sectoid. I meant sectopod, of course. So let's get back out there and scan. We haven't found a mission in 5 days. What's going on? Let's go find one.
Our satellite is prepped and standing by for launch. We are ready to deploy it on your orders.
And we're going to go right in here and deploy, because we want to get one flown right away to unlock and get that base assault mission available. So South Africa is where we need it. Yep, that's where we're missing one. We don't get any money from it, but we get access to something we desperately want to do. And it should get us that, conceivably, I don't know that it necessarily gives us the continent bonus because we don't own South Africa, but successfully completing that base assault will then, once again, give us that continent bonus.
I think the engineering team is getting antsy. They might be more excited about the new weapons than our troops are.
Yeah, I know I'm excited about the new weapons.
Our satellite is prepped and standing by for launch. We are ready to deploy it on your orders.
Carry on. Let's find ourselves a mission once and for all here, guys. Okay, nap of Earth, abductor, so it's probably one of these that we're going to let land. We're going to let it go. It looks like something that's going to land. And now we have another abductor in Mexico. Now that we went so long without having a mission, we may potentially, with abductor and nap of Earth, we're going to let them both hopefully land. And there's our first abduction.
Commander, we're tracking several reported abductions via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates locked in.
Okay, this is our first one in Marseille, France. Moderate mission. Let's get in here, pick out a team. It's a roadway map corridor with numerous vehicles. We're going to go ahead and put together... All right, the team is put together that we're taking down on this mission. Leading it off is Captain Rafael Rafi Nadal. He'll be our medic. And infantry duties fall to Angela Mutti Merkel. She has the armor-piercing ammo on this one. Arden, Storyteller, Schlug is along for the sniper duties. She has the ability to pack some punch, so hopefully she'll be able to help us out here. In fact, you're going to see our first plasma pistols being used on this mission too, which allows more of us to be able to therefore upgrade to the laser pistols. So we're slowly upgrading little by little. Not that pistols are a major upgrade, but hey, they can sometimes just be enough to help get a job done. Winston Bulldog Churchill is our assault. He is of the hit and run variety. Jeffrey Goldfish Drag is a concealment scout, which is nice on the right kind of missions here, of the roadway kind. If we can find some full cover to get him farther down on, he can help spot for Arden. He can help spot for CR7, because CR7, our gunner, also has the heavy machine gun Gauss weapon, so he's going to be able to get that little bit of extra range also at the sacrifice of mobility. Edgar Allan, the Raven Poe, has been given the Rocketeer duties for those stubborn ones. If they get stuck or trying to duke it out behind some vehicles, he can help blow them up for us. And then Sandy Golden Arm Koufax, in case we need the help, because there's a lack of full cover on some of these roadway maps. He has the smoke. But we also then applied some shredder ammo, so with his suppression abilities and whatnot, he's able to provide on the shooting side. We'll see if he can't also add some shredding. So there is the team. Let's get down there and see exactly what kind of roadway mission we're dealing with.
France is sending an urgent mission request. We've gotten several reports indicating that the aliens have stepped up the number of attempted abductions. We'll have to move quickly if we want to slow the spread of panic.
Okay, not exactly my favorite roadway mission. There's lots of blocked line of sights for some of our long-range folks out there, but we will make it work. Let's get down there for Operation Morbid Hammer.
Strike 1 is cleared to engage.
All right, Jeffrey. What we'll do is we'll get you forward, I guess. We don't know where they might be. It's a medium activity level. Why don't we just get you into full cover here? It is a blue move, and then we'll have the option being a blue move. If we don't see anything, we might just throw that battle scanner. Yeah, it looks like this is one of those battle scanner missions. We didn't see anybody on this very first turn. Kind of feel like I want to see what's off on this side, because we're going to be moving forward to cover the center. So maybe we're going to throw it out here this first turn just to see if we have to worry about potential flanking maneuvers by the enemy. So let's find out.
Scanning target area now.
And this side is clear, so I'm going to assume that they're going to make their push, or they're mostly in the distance. So that means hopefully they're wandering towards us one pod at a time, and they're not just all at the back of the map to be activated all at once. I mean, there's a possibility they could be off to the side here too. So let's just get everybody moved first of all to some set positions. CR7, this is not a bad position to get you set up in normally, so let's give it a shot. Like I said, there's lots of restricted lines of sight on this particular map. I may go with my sniper back here just to gain some sight over more on this side and have some options there. In fact, we'll hold off at first, but let's see, who do we want to move up next? Another one to get up there nicely. Angela Merkel, that would be nice to get you set in a nice full cover spot. Rocketeer obviously would be nice to get set. So we're just going to do a simple blue move so we can steady. And then we got a few more to get set back here. I think with you, Winston Churchill, we may just initially do a blue move with you right here, just so you're up close for a potential run and gun. And finally, we got two more to go. Sandy Koufax for smoke help, so you can be in the second row if we need to. And Arden and Rafi, also someone else who has some combat drug smoke. So we're going to bring you off on this side. And Arden will give you the full cover in the back over here.
Headed there now.
And we will steady your weapon. We'll steady the rocket, and I think everybody else will just kind of overwatch who's left. Mechtoid sectopod pounding kind of noises. We've been seeing a lot of mechtoids lately, so that doesn't surprise me in the least. I think what we'll do is perhaps get you a little farther forward, Jeffrey. You'll still be concealed. And still nothing. I'm thinking we will throw that extra battle scanner. Kind of want to get some sight off in this side and up on the forward, so we see if anybody, we got to worry about anybody on this side of the truck. It's not a huge map, so after this, if we don't see anything after this, we're pretty much knowing the general area where they'll be. Can I get it right there? Yeah, I'm thinking right about there.
Sweeping.
Oh, a little closer than I expected. That's for sure. Okay, so we have the mechtoid with a couple mutons, and then we got another mechtoid in the back with a sectoid commander looking guy. So a couple pods of mechtoids that we're aware of to get this thing going. I wonder what we're looking like rocket distance here. We do have the benefit of 2 shredders. It's not bad scatter, and I may just play an opening here, even though a lot of us probably do not have line of sight quite yet. I will think about this. Maybe because they are moving sectoids, as we know, or mechtoids. And you do not, Arden, have snapshot. So I'm thinking, if this side's clear, maybe something we need to do is get you a better line of sight for the rest of the map, which would include popping you right here. And maybe I'll hold off one more turn with that in mind. I'm almost thinking getting Angela. Oh, but that would activate. That is, now we're just getting close enough, so that would not be an advisable move. So we'll have to keep you there with the thought that maybe we'll move you up here, depending on how they scatter. The rocket's good where it is. Actually, the rocket, if we're not going to do it this turn, we might as well get you steadied just a little bit closer, Edgar Allan, so you'll still have the rocket available. And if the other mechtoid decides to become a problem at the same time, we'll have some more options with you. So we're going to hold off activation for one more turn on our part. Steady. I don't think, since we know the magic line of sight is right about there, we're going to pretty much keep everybody where they are. Maybe the only other thing we can do is bring you out to the side, Winston Churchill, giving you run and gun options either way, depending on how that mechtoid moves. Oh! Now that was bad news. I don't have my rocket now to suppress. And that was an unfortunate mistake on my part. I figured since we weren't seeing them anywhere else, but what I forgot about is one of the mutons in this pod was closer on this side, and by moving here we gained sight to that closer one on this side, therefore we activated. Yikes. None of my shots are really that good, except for the drone at 50%. I think it's more in my best interest to probably hunker at this point and come back to fight another day when we have everybody back next turn. And there's just said Overwatch with a lot of others. So we are going to at least... Wow. That's all you can see at this angle here. Well, since you do have hollow targeting, why don't we do this? Is there anyone else then that would have a shot? Yeah, we might as well at least take your shot, CR7. Get this thing hollowed, get some other not great percentage chance shots against the drone, but we're in good cover. He's hollowed and missed. So you do have double tap. Well, why don't we take advantage of your own hollow with your second shot? And so we don't need to bring anybody else in on the party. One thing we can think about is maybe just throwing some of this smoke. We can pick up 3 of us up near the front, just to help our protection, because I definitely don't want our Rocketeer rattled and startled. We're going to need Edgar Allan Poe. And with that being done, I'm almost feeling like then I can maybe, just to hold back those mutons a little bit, rather than hunker you, we're going to try a little Overwatch. Not that Alloy Cannon Overwatch is the most successful all the time. Arden, we're going to go ahead and it gave you the new and improved armor for the grappling hook, but this is one of those few maps that just doesn't have the opportunity for it. There's only a couple roadway maps. I took the chance that we'd be able to get you up high, but we're going to steady. I don't know why you can. Oh, you can't see the thing because of that stupid little thing of barrels, but we're still going to steady in case we get some movement to help us out. And since nobody's really looking at flanking us, maybe I go ahead with you over here, Angela Merkel. We'll protect you just a little extra with the combat drugs, and we'll do that before you take your shot on the mechtoid, just to see if it can't help us out. Yeah, that gets everybody else up close on some sort of combat drugs. In fact, can I get it far enough back? There we go. It says we should get everybody. Let's hope it does. I don't like getting shot at from mechtoids or mutons. Let's hope this is survivable from us. We're just going to overwatch. We're going to overwatch. And we're going to take our first shot against the mechtoid. It's not shredded yet, but doesn't hurt to start the damage. This guy doesn't have a repair drone or sectoids that can give it armor. Not with his posse. So I'm okay starting the damage. Okay, they're coming up, but shouldn't be in range yet. There's mutons in the back. So he's charging away. We get one more overwatch, and it does not hit at 53%. I'm glad we threw some smoke. Oh, and he still hits on a 17% shot. Yikes. And the crits just keep on coming for our team. We just cannot avoid these crits. Now we do have some overwatches over here on this side, but that's fine if they want to sit back there on overwatch, because I can focus everything else we got now right up front. In fact, I'm wondering, do I need to do the shredder or the rocket right now? Do we have enough oomph and firepower? And does my sniper now have a line of sight over here on this guy? Yes, he does. So I'm thinking I'm not going to spend the rocket right away. I may end up sending a rocket over here to say, shame on you for sitting back and not supporting your mech-tide, you mutons, with a rocket. We'll see. Why don't we open with some holo targeting, since this is the tact we're taking. Some nice initial damage to get us shredded anyway, and we forgot, yes, shredder ammo does the same thing as a shredder rocket. So let's try our second double tap shot. Shred him just because we can. Angela, Mutti, Merkel, you are not quite promoted. I think I got a lot. What I have is a lot of gunnery sergeants and the level right below master sergeants on this. So we'll try spreading around some kills if we can. Mutti, you need your final promotion. Can you bring us the kill? Make that look easy peasy. Cameraman shouldn't have been surprised. We should have been able to keep focus on the mechtoid, you'd think. We're going to go ahead. They're close enough where they could path into us, so we're just going to overwatch Mutti. And I think we're just going to use a regular rocket here, save the shredders, see if we can't blast away up here on these guys and make it happen. Scatter is minimal, except that shot is blocked. So our angle, okay, we can get an angle. It says this way. There's a chance the angle will scatter away from that second muton. But if we blow up the car, that might not be half bad.
Ready for the fireworks?
Nice. Awesome. That kind of frees up our assault to make a move over here now. Oh, he's still on. That's right. This is not XCom 2. This is the original XCom, where he's still on Overwatch, even though he got hit and hurt. So the other option is reveal my guy to run this for me. Problem is, if I run up any closer on this guy, I bring in another pod, so the close shot is kind of out of the, not in the works. You've taken your shot. We have a long range shot on you. What does your pistol range look like at this distance? Still only 21%. I can definitely move you a lot closer if I popped the Overwatch. And I can pop the overwatch. These are full cover spots. I can run you back here, Jeffrey. And if we killed the guy, you'd be able to move back into concealment easy. Let's run that overwatch. 2% shots, I'm willing to take those chances. Now, Jeffrey, do you have holo targeting? Yes, you do. Why don't we give you some holo targeting on this one? Since he's in some high cover to help us out. I'm going to bring you a little bit closer, Winston Churchill. Only to the heavy cover just because I'm not ready to bring him into it. Although I don't think by putting you in that heavy cover, now it still says you can step out and have sight from here. So we'll trust the sightlines mod. And good, it worked. It brings you up to a 34% chance with the alloy cannon itself. Oh, it's 43, so we're close enough to get the benefit of the alloy cannon, so let's give it a shot. Not a great percentage, but better than I expected. And that was good enough. Good enough. Arden, we have a nice shot. I'm kind of feeling like, wouldn't it be nice to be able to take out the sectoid commander if that's the one we can get it. That's a regular sectoid is what it looks like. Do we have the sectoid commander lined up? That's the mechtoid. There's the sectoid commander with a 100% chance to crit, hit, 82% chance to crit. Maybe we go ahead as Mind Fray, Psi Panic, Greater Mind Merge, and we've seen that on prior missions, and Psi Control. Yeah, I wouldn't mind working on this guy. So Arden, do you have, and in fact we can increase the odds of critting tremendously by doing this. So let's activate this pod. Even if they run towards us, they're still fairly distant yet, where I'm not too threatened by activating them now. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you, Arden, for your one-shot kills. 23-point crit. The only bad thing about doing that is the mind merges that become possible now. Give that mechtoid extra armor. However, we do have the shredder rocket that will be available and steadied after this turn. I'm going to move back to get that vital med kit thing going here. You're not quite full strength at all, so I guess we'll keep you back just doing some regular Overwatch. Do I need to apply some more smoke since he'll be charging and shooting? I think we can get by with the, they're going to wear off this turn that he moves. So just because we could be taking some mechtoid shots, I'm throwing more smoke out there on the more forward guys. In fact, less likely to charge over there. I'm thinking let's protect my Rocketeer. Kind of important on this particular mission. And we'll Overwatch. I don't think anybody's going to get close enough, but here we go. And he runs away. Not at all what I expected. I do expect him to get buffed up with armor. No. So I guess I'm not expecting anything right now. And that looks like it could be just a pure Muton pod. So Jeffrey, why don't we bring you back here just to get back in concealment? And I have a feeling that the mechtoid pod we took care of and the mechtoid pod we see is 6, 7, and then another pod of 3 or 4, getting us close to 12, which is pretty close to all the pods out there. So why don't we throw our last battle scanner? Maybe we can get some long-range sniper shots if Arden has some ammo still available. Maybe we'll get some long-range machine gun shots. That's the purpose of having those weapons on these. And they're right behind. 97% Arden. We're going to go ahead and take that shot and get you reloaded after that next turn. Yeah, I just like taking away the option to give that Mechtoid extra armor. We will just overwatch then with a lot of us in this particular instance. Now we have a chance if they activate, but they're still pretty far off, so I'm going to keep Overwatch going here. I'm going to, in fact, you have lock and load over here. Yes, you do, so we're going to reload. And Overwatch. Steady the rocket. We're going to heal one more time. That still leaves us with a med kit spare. Thank you, Rafi. That gets Sandy Koufax back up to full strength. Sandy Koufax, I'm going to bring you over here to be able to overwatch. And I think we're just doing a lot of overwatch. I think we're okay on ammo to keep you overwatched. Let's see if they get aggressive or not. Now he gets aggressive after we take out his sectoid buddy. And the mutons are not going to join us. Now I'm a little bit curious. Are we in the line of sight for you? No. I had a feeling those little concrete tubes would keep him out of sight. Since we're not dealing with a ton of enemies, I can probably afford to fire the shredder rocket now just to get him shredded. And if it does for some reason miss, well, we know we have other shredding opportunities available down the road. Yeah, shredded Mechtoid is not as threatening Mechtoid. We're able to get some hollow targeting. No, you can't quite see him because of those concrete tubes. Yeah, the concrete tubes are helping him a lot, but is it helping him from Arden? Nope. Problem is Arden needs to reload. We knew this was a reload turn for her. We still have plenty of ammo there. Yeah, he's shredded. We're going to overwatch in case we connect on these overwatches. Him being shredded will do more than the average amount of damage in this particular instance. And can I bring you up at all, Rafi? Yes, we can, to keep you. Have an extra one of us on Overwatch. And see if this guy stays aggressive. In fact, we'll risk your concealment and put you on Overwatch also. Nice hit. Thank you, Jeffrey. That should expose you, I would think. And the mutons are running further back, which is fine. Anytime you can take down pods one at a time, always makes it much nicer. Now he ran to the side though, so we should be able to have lots of shot choices on this guy. In fact, Arden, are you now out of sight? You might be the one out of sight. No, we got everybody available. All hands on deck. Jeffrey, I'll let you start it, just because you could use that final promotion also. Nice. CR7, we'll let you finish it off, because you also, there's so many of us that need that last level of promotion. There we go. Mutti will keep you on Overwatch until we get everybody else back and available. We'll steady the rocket. We'll just reload there, get ourselves all set for this Muton pod. We'll reload and then start working our way forward for this Muton pod that we're going to be facing. If at some point they stop moving backwards, that is. I think I want to get you concealed again, and this move should do it for us.
Headed there now.
And they're far enough back where I'm just going to keep you on that flankable cover and have you reload, Jeffrey.
Oh yeah.
You've got good old Arden here covering you, and then we're going to start moving some folks forward. So we're able to bring fire to bear when we need it, I hope. Well, I think we might have a turn where I can afford to double move somebody here, mainly my Rocketeer, to get him up farther forward, and then steady next turn.
Moving to designated coordinates.
And the machine gun, I think we can move up and reload with you. Not hearing a lot of movement in those footsteps, so it looks like it's one of those situations where we're probably going to be the ones having to move forward to activate. Jeffrey, if we do it little by little with you as everybody else slowly gets caught up with us, we might be able to handle that and gain vision little by little with you being in concealment. In fact, we've gained that vision. They're right about where we thought they'd be. But we'll just keep you there. We're going to steady your weapon and start moving folks forward. And Arden, that gives you some sight from here, so maybe we'll just keep you here and steady. As we try and move some others forward. Rocket-wise, I think we can inch just a tiny bit more forward.
Aye, aye.
And steady. So we know that's the line where we start seeing them. We definitely don't want to go above that line. So maybe, knowing that, we can also bring some down this way to be able to work their ways a little closer. As a matter of fact, I'm almost feeling like you, Winston Churchill, would be a nice time to kind of pivot you over to maybe do your run and gun up that way. Okay, that's CR7, CR7, CR7. Maybe right about here will give us a potential angle. And then Mutti, you would be one that would be mighty fine to be able to get farther forward to take some shots also. So we're going to run you over here. Rafi, I'm not sure where to pop you. We're going to pop you right there for the moment, just to keep you near for one more load of combat drugs, and then if we need it, be in sight of a lot of people for a command, which we have not yet used. And Sandy, you do have some more smoke. So I may just keep you right here because you're in range to throw any smoke we might need at the moment. You've already been injured once. So we'll kind of keep you in the rear. And here they come. Go lifetime. Nice. Overwatch hit. And that's you, Rafi, it looks like. I always like a good kill in medic now, don't you? None of them are on Overwatch. That's also pretty nifty cool. And that means we're pretty much set up over here with the way they clustered. To be able to shoot a nice little rocket with 0.7 scatter. Sure, it's not a T-bone rocket, but 0.7 scatter, I can live with that all day long. Well, it scattered and didn't quite pick up the third guy back there. Although it looks like his cover that he was standing behind. At first it didn't seem like it, but half the cover, so that cover is gone and he's standing pretty exposed right now. That should give me some sniper shots from the rear here, and it gives me sniper shots everywhere I want it. And you have the best chance to hit. Even this big strong guy is susceptible. We're gonna give you CR7. It's a should be a double tap shot for us. Let's try taking this guy out. Well, he's hollowed. You just like hollowing for yourself so you can then hit on the next shot, right? That seems to be the way you work things, I see. 47% there, 47% there. It's only half cover, so I'm going to take, well, maybe, just maybe, we expose you, Jeffrey. Let's take a hollow shot over here to help our shots with Mutti. You're going to be exposed. I'm not worried about it, and I'll explain why. There's my reason why. It just panned to her. Arden has a pretty dang good shot on this other one. So we're going to take 2 shots with you, Mutti, but we're going to take them over here at 57%. Or we may just take 1. And why not try your second shot over here, even though it's not a great chance? What do you know? The coin flips are working today. Arden, I think it's time to bring your shot in here, because if I recall, you had a pretty dang good shot. Yes, you did. In fact, you have the ability to do 14 damage with that deadly, awesome rifle of yours. We'll not even use precision shot and see if we can't take him out. Arden has got another story to tell about how she ended this mission. Nice job, guys. Nice job, guys. Doing missions like this, other than that hit we took to our engineer, which stung in a big way. I'm glad we didn't lose him. Only 2 ticks remained before he got healed. Other than that, the mission really flowed well. I like having a few flow good missions overall if we're going to be doing a base assault soon. Got one of our Master Sergeant promotions here, Winston Bulldog Churchill. Congratulations, guy. Nobody else could quite inch up there. We're not going to be seeing much of Koufax. 43 days. Oh, we know how to get the big wound times, do we not? Oh my lord. We excel at getting and pulling the big wound times. We got our corpses, we got this, we got that, and 13 alien alloys, desperately needed alien alloys. Although right away I'm going to spend it on repairing one of our Gauss rifles. And because we did more damage, I'm going to need those alloys just to repair the damage from our engineer. Yeah, you're always watching, guy. Repair bay. Do we even have enough alloys? We do at least have enough alloys, 29, to do the repair. That brings us down to not enough for much of anything. Alright, so we really don't have anything else at this point that I feel we need to build, not with those kinds of alloys. We don't have firestorms in range until we get some more. In fact, I just need to peek how many more. We need to down some more. I need 3 more flight computers, and I need 1 more power source to get another firestorm under construction also. Oh yeah, we have another UFO landed, so let's get that mission going too. And that, what do you know? We're now back to being able to open next episode with a mission. Woohoo! All right, so I'm gonna go pick out the team, and we'll be right back. All right, here's the team going out, and just for clarification, I was thinking we were going to have another abduction mission. This is actually a landed abductor. They do land occasionally for research, so it's important for us to stop that research. We're looking at, on a landing, 18 on a regular landing for an abductor, 18 to 25 is usually the range as far as number of enemies that we'll be facing, along with a command pod of 4 outsiders. Being early in the month, odds are, what are we, around the 6th or the 7th? It lessens the odds for a trap, although it can happen early in the month. But usually having a successful month against the aliens, that's what increases the odds against it being a trap mission for later in the month. The good news, though, with this guy landing, we have, as long as we don't destroy them, potential access to 2 power sources and 4 flight computers. This would be enough resources to allow us, once we get the credits, to build another firestorm also. So that is in the picture. So here's the team we're taking out. We have Hank Aaron, the Hammer, is our captain and commanding officer. We have Margaret, Iron Lady Thatcher, as our infantry soldier. We gave her because she has some amazing aim to begin with. We want her to hit and do some damage and not let them hide behind anything, especially with that, I think it's the sharpshooter perk. We want her to be able to hit anything she shoots at. Andy Spectre Gibbon, he is our sniper. We gave him the ability to grapple, because sometimes on these landed you have the ability to get up high, and that may help a shot. Plus he has snapshot available if we need to reposition and take that better shot. Fred Hoosier Schlug is along for assault duties on this one. Jeffrey Goldfish Drag, we double fatigued him, so he will see some fairly light time out from an injury he'll get from the double fatigue. But in hours, I have Sebastian Jeski back as another concealment scout, so I do not mind double fatiguing in this one particular instance. Glenn Freaky Friendly is our gunner. We loaded him up with some psi gear, so maybe he can get that last little push for his next promotion in psi abilities, and he'll also be able to help us out with his suppression. Our rocketeer for the mission, Martina, the Brat Navratilova, she's been fairly reliable for us. And Tina, the Spy Busty, we filled her up with grenades. Her job is to help us root out those enemies in those tough spots with her grenades. And so she has, I think, with her Packmaster, what does that give her? 6 grenades, I think? Yeah, she's got a total of 6 of them. So I think we can find some good ways to use those. Our area of operations is basically outdoors. It's a landed, so we know what we're up against. Let's get out there and launch this mission. Whoops, in launching the permission, the thing, I forgot. We have 1 promotion out here, so let's get in there and edit. I think it was Martina Navratilova who gets her final promotion. So what do we want to give her on this one? I think on this level, tandem warheads is what we're going to go to. It's kind of that rain of fire rocketeer build that we're following along with here. So we're going to do that over, well, this one has sometimes some long sight lines, so I got to decide. Explosives do full damage to the maximum extent of the area. And for the amount of enemies we can see or will potentially be seeing, I think that's more vital than getting a little extra range on our rockets. So we're going to go with the tandem warheads. Alright, now we should be ready. Let's get this mission launched.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
We're going to be putting down in Mexico for this mission. Reports indicate the UFO set down in a sparsely populated area. We need to stay sharp and eliminate the invaders.
All right, Bradford. Nothing much else to say about this mission. We haven't done one in a long time, so hopefully I'll be able to have some patience. We'll be able to pick off these pods one by one, ideally, and turn this cryptic dream into a wonderful dream and make it a nightmare for the enemies. So this is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Please join me next time to see how we do. Thumbs up on this mission, I hope, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And you have any input on an abductor to refresh my memory, since it's been so long since we've done one? I hope so. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate your viewership.
Cristiano.